Good morning. It's what day is it? It's Sunday. It's Sunday the 25th of July, and Misty's having a nap and I'm heading off to Shardlow Marina. I had a phone call from them a couple of days ago offering me a mooring, residential mooring, and as you will possibly already realise if you watched the vlogs, I went to Pillingslock Marina to have a look, and I've been to Sawley. Just because I can. I just want to see what else is out there. These are more traditional marinas. Haven't got the razzmatazz that Mercia Marina's got, and I'll be honest, it would have to be special for me to want to move. You know, I've said this before, I'm 99% happy with everything at Mercia Marina. There's just a few niggles, but no matter where you live, you're going to have a few niggles. So I'm going to video the trip down. I'm hoping that the marina staff will allow me to do a little bit of videoing at Shardlow, and let's see how the visit goes. So you're coming with me. Well, it's definitely a lot nicer day today, heat-wise. I think they've given out a little bit of rain, which I'm not too worried about today, but tomorrow I'm hoping to do the other side of my Gunnels, and that'll be the starboard side hopefully done. So today's an ideal day just to go to Shardlow and take a look. It has been a bit hot this last week, and Misty's dealt with it really well. Fortunately for us, Freedom is a well insulated boat, and as such, when it is hot outside, it's a refuge because it's nice and cool inside the boat. She has a cool mat, and she also has fans, and rarely does it get to a point where I worry, but if I think she's getting a bit too warm, I'll always put her a wet cold towel over her, and then I just wipe all the face down with a damp cloth just to keep her cool and fresh. Morning! I think it's about 12 miles if I've got this right. I'm going to quick look at the sat nav because it'll tell me as I'm coming out of the marina. It says 10 miles. Oh, 11.3. It's changed its mind. Yeah, so about 12 miles. I was due to be there for 10. It's going to be a little bit after, but I'm sure they'll not mind. And like I said, I'm hoping to do a little bit of videoing and have a look at what the facilities are. Now, I do know that one of the moorers here at Mercia is now running the boatyard there, and I'd already arranged or provisionally arranged to take Freedom there next June to have all her blacking blasted and recoated. Haven't yet decided whether I'm going to do it myself or whether I'm going to let the boatyard there do the whole process. My only issue is, I believe I'm right in saying they allow you to stay on your boat when they take it out of the water, but obviously when Freedom is on dry land on blocks, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to get Misty on and off the boat because she'll not go up and down a ladder, so I may have to put her in a kennels or find somebody who will take her for a few days. I don't think I can carry her. It's a lovely day. I like days like this when it's not too hot. There's a bit of a breeze. We've had a morning walk today, and she's had a dinner. She's had it early, so that means she'll be sleeping now for the next 2 or 3 hours. And I do have a security system on board Freedom where I've got cameras, both visual and concealed, and I'm able to through the app monitor Misty at any given time, and I know her well enough now to know that I can leave her on the boat and she'll not she doesn't whittle. She knows I'm coming back, and as I say, once she's had her dinner, which she's just had, all she'll want to do is sleep. Just coming down to the main gates now here at Mercia. I do like the fact that we have these electronic gates here, because it means that obviously it's only moorers who've got the key fob that can get back in. We just have a little green button to the side of me, which makes everything open up, and we're on our way. So I'm going to shut up rabbiting, and I'll play a little bit of music, and you'll see the nice scenery we've got here in Derbyshire.
After 80 yards, turn right.
As you notice, the Australian, I've got an Australian sat nav.
Turn right.
Shut up. Now this is one of the main buildings here at Shardlow, and it's housing, amongst other things, the chandlery, a little bit of a shop and the main office. I was handed a map with a cross on it showing the mooring, and you'll see in front of us, third in from the bank, an empty mooring, and this is the one that was offering to me for freedom. But to be honest, it wasn't an ideal mooring because it would have been difficult to get into. One of the things which is good about Shardlow Marina, it's right on the banks of the Trent, so you simply untie your boat and within literally 2 to 3 minutes you're on the Trent. There's no lock to have to go through, and I will show you the entrance in a minute, but it's a lovely setting, and generally it's a tidy marina, but yeah, it's got a lot of areas that I've got to give some consideration to. Like many marinas, Shardlow is home to a vast array of different classes of boat. There's narrow boats, there's GRP cruisers, there's rowing boats, there's wide beams, and a host of others. So yeah, a complete mixed bag. The slipway here at Shardlow is well positioned for trailering boats both in and out of water for repairs and blacking. A little bit concerning, I was able to walk down this pontoon and take this video footage of the actual entrance off the Trent into the marina, and although there were security gates, none of them were locked or secured in any way. Okay, so I've had a walk around the marina. I've been to look at the mooring that I've been offered, and something I've got to think about. It's 25% cheaper to moor here than where I already am, but it's not about the money, it's about feeling that it's the right place. And when I stepped on board Freedom, she was in a berth maybe 2 up, 2 down from where she is now. Everything felt right. Now, looking as I've done today, and I've had time to walk around, one of the first things that hits me is that the finger jetty is shorter than my boat. Now, why that causes me a problem, unlike at Mercia, is I store my winter fuel in the on the bow, in the covered area on the bow. Now, I can run the wheelbarrow with sacks of 25 kilos of coal on and step into the bow area and offload quite easily. Freedom would be about 10-12 foot past the end of the jetty, so you can't load your coal off the finger jetty. Now that would mean the only way I can get the coal to the front of the boat would be to carry it through the boat, which is obviously through the saloon, the galley, and then the bedroom. And that's not for me. I know it can be done, it's just not for me. And this is a more traditional, what I call a traditional marina, a working marina. And you've got to weigh that up with Mercia, which, yes, it is a working marina, but it doesn't appear to be, you know. And like Pillings Lock Marina and like Sawley Marina, this is what I would class as more of a flat marina. So basically, when you step out of your boat, you're looking at a massive array of different kind of boats all in your eye line, whereas at Mercia it's designed in such a way that you don't see that many boats in one go, and it's like lots of little marinas snug in one big marina with a lot of foliage and trees and nature all around you. So I'm going to have a steady drive back. I'm going to have a bit of a think, and when I get on board Freedom, I'm going to have my breakfast because I've come out without having any breakfast, and at some point today I'm going to let you know my thoughts, whether I'm going to untie the ropes and sail Freedom down the this stretch of the Trent and come into Shardlow Marina, or whether I'm going to stay where I am. I think I've almost made up my mind, but I'm going to have a bit of a think about it. So, back to find Misty, and I bet £5 she's laid on my bit of the sofa. Catch up with you in a bit. Well, decision time. I've given it quite a few hours since coming back from Shardlow to weigh up the pros and the cons of moving freedom from Mercia Marina to Shardlow Marina. As with all riverside marinas, one of the things you have to consider is flooding. And from talking to people at Shardlow, as you would expect, when the Trent's in high water and flooding, Shardlow floods, and they do have floating pontoons there obviously to allow for that, but you've still got to deal with the excess water that's going to be in and around the actual marina, not just what's inside the basin of the marina. And I'm going to have to contend with that to some degree when I go out, but when I eventually go out, I do intend being out mainly for the summer, and then spending the winter back on a marina. So what didn't I like about Shardlow Marina? Well, I think there's becoming a bit of a, like I've already mentioned, a bit of a trend with me that having lived at Mercia now for 16 months, I'm used to all the trees and the foliage and the way that the marina's dissected up into smaller little pontoon areas. Shardlow is very similar to Sawley and similar to Pillings Lock in so much as it's a very open flat marina. So in other words, if you stand on your boat and look up and out, you can just see literally every boat that's in the marina. Not everyone, but literally. Very busy marina. I mean, there's over 300 boats in there, and like I said earlier, I've spoken to people who've lived there for 7 years, I've spoken to people who've lived there for 4 years, and they absolutely love it. So I'm not having a swipe at Shardlow, because that's what some people are happy with, and there's no reason why they shouldn't be. One of my friends, when I said I was going to look at Shardlow, said, why eat beef burger when you're already eating steak? And to start with, I didn't quite grasp what she meant, but I quite get it now, I suppose. The chandlery, well, again, we're fortunate here at Mercia. We have a big chandlery that's absolutely jam bang full of stuff. Everything you can think of, from fridges and toilets and water pumps and propellers and you name it, we've got it. We also have a separate shop that again is packed with lots of everyday essentials and lots of little bits and pieces that you often need and think, oh, where am I going to get that from? Go to the still water shop, and 9 times out of 10 they've got it there for you. At Shardlow, the marina has the chandlery and a little bit of food in the way of, well, I say food, more like tea bags, boxed milk, etc., sugar. Again, emergency essentials are all in that one little area, and it is just a little area. I felt that the staff, when I got there, wasn't particularly, they weren't geared to selling the marina. There was a couple of staff in the marina office stroke chandlery, because I think they do a bit of everything, and they passed me a map with a cross on it and basically said that's where the pontoon is and that's where the mooring is. So as I said earlier, I had a good walk around the marina. I've had a look at the mooring. You'll see it in the video. I don't like the 3/4 or half size finger jetty. I really don't. And yes, you could turn your boat round, so you could load your coal that way, but that would mean then every time you've got to do that, you've got to turn it, because I don't want to be getting my dog in and out of my boat, and it would be difficult to get her out from the front, because I have what we call collapsing stairs that let you out onto the bow, and they are actually, believe it or not, they're actually lorry stairs, which I'll try and video at some point and show you. And Misty wouldn't get up them, so that'll be an issue. And if it's in the middle of winter and your boat's covered in snow, do you really want to be turning it around? Do I really want to be dragging bags of coal through the boat? No. And I'm guessing that you've already realised where this conversation's going. So there's a lot to be said for Shardlow. You know, don't get me wrong, it is quite a nice marina, and I can see why people would use it as a base and then go out cruising and then come back and maybe spend a week or two there, then go out cruising again. And that, as I say, for most people is exactly what they want. Value wise, it's roughly half what I'm paying to moor at Mercia. And with what I could save annually on mooring fees, I could go on Britannia and do a Caribbean fortnight cruise. So you think, well, why don't you do that? Well, I've done it. I've been there, done that, had the t-shirt. But every day when you wake up, I want to wake up and stand out on a pontoon and feel like it's home. And for me, at the moment, despite having a couple of knockbacks a few weeks ago now, I actually do feel that I belong at Mercia Marina. And so no disrespect to Shardlow, I'm staying put for now. I won't stop looking, because I think it's a good thing just to go and look at the different marinas. I do at some point intend to go and have a look at Farndon Marina and King's Marina at Newark, because I used to live out that way. Maybe when I've retired and I'm not on call 24/7, I don't need to be based here then, and then I might move. But again, it's got to have, the marina's got to have something special about it, so that when you get out of your car or your van or whatever and you walk down the pontoon, it feels like it's home. And like I said, Mercia feels like it's home. So I enjoyed the trip. I enjoyed having a look around. I will be going to Shardlow hopefully in the spring, because I intend having Freedom blacked. Well, I'm hoping to do it myself, but they'll pull it out of the water and put it on hard standing, and I've still got to speak to the guys there, but I really fancy blacking it myself, for no other reason than at least I know I've done it. I've done so much on the boat at the moment myself with no idea what I'm doing. I thought, well, I may as well do the blacking as well. So I'll keep you updated on that. But for now, I'm stopping at Mercia. Do you know, one of the things that I really do love about Mercia Marina is the dog walking fields. I just love the fact it's not overly kept. I like the wildflower beds that are left to be a little bit wild. And that's exactly how they ought to be. And the fact that the marina has dotted around a few tables and chairs, so occasionally you see people come out and spend the evening here, bottle of wine, couple of glasses, and just soak up that feeling that you get on a warm summer's evening when you're out here with the wind blowing around you and the nice smells of nature. We can hear the A38 in the background, but it's not really a major issue. I used to live literally 40-50 yards away from the side of the A38 in Sutton in Ashfield, and it never bothered me then. Yes, it would be lovely if you was able to blank it out completely, but every night we come on here with the second field. We've just done the first field and this is our second field, and it's just nice to let Misty off. She doesn't need to be on a lead. There's fences around the hedgerows that you can't actually see the wire fences, and that's the whole reason they put them there, and it just keeps everything looking natural, but it's safe. And I'm now going to go and tell her off because it looks like she's found a stick, and the one thing I keep getting on at her for is eating flipping sticks. Oi, what you got? I'm swapping you for a spaniel. You listening? Misty, leave it. Oh, it's not a stick. It's her creme de la creme goose poo. Unbelievable. I've been on here 16 months, and every night I have to tell her, you're not eating it. And she searches when I'm not looking. And thinks it's clever when she finds a bit. For Misty, it's an eat all you can buffet. It's not too bad because the geese aren't often on here, but they must come on here at some point when there's no humans around. But yeah, just look at it. Hey, how could you not fall in love with this? And if ever I was to move to another marina, if that is, then obviously there's got a lot to be thought about. But I have to admit, I have considered, and I am looking, because I think it'd be stupid to put all your eggs in one basket and think this is it for my ever home. Because when I do go out on the water, which won't be that long I don't think, hopefully within the next year, I'm hoping to be out possibly 7 months of the year. So then I'd keep my mooring simply as a winter mooring. Now, you can obviously just book a winter mooring, but the chances of finding one where you want it is going to be slim. So if you've got a residential mooring, then if you keep the mooring for the whole year, at least at any point you can come back to it. So I am looking at other marinas simply because I like to keep my options open. But yeah, what a beautiful field to come out and walk your dog on a lovely summer's evening. I'll catch up with you in a bit, because if I don't keep my eye on her, she'll definitely be picking somewhere up. She's looking now, look, because she's looking to see where I am, and she's going down to one of them trees, because last night I told her off because there was some under there. Catch up with you in a bit. This is going to sound a bit strange, and I don't actually know whether I ought to be telling you, but I was out with Misty earlier this evening, and I was videoing her, and I've come across something on the dog fields that, well, I'm lost for words. I really am lost for words. I don't even know where to begin, you know, and whether or not I ought to share it with you, because it's quite, for me, it's quite shocking. And I consider myself at 65 years old that I've seen a lot in this world, and I've you know, experienced lots of different things. And I feel that I'm a broad-minded kind of chap, and I can normally deal with most surprises. But I'm just racking myself whether or not I ought to show you the video, because I did actually film it, not intentionally. As I say, I went on the field to film Misty, so I actually got my camera turned on. And it was a lovely evening, and we're minding our own business. And anybody who's on the marina will know we have two beautiful dog walking fields, and they're linked together by a walkway, quite a broad, open, natural walkway. And Misty was doing what Misty does best, which is running about and sniffing. And we came to turn from the first field where the weather station is to go down the walkway towards the second field. And well, I don't know. I just can't believe it. I stumbled across a pair of swingers. No! Yeah, swingers. Mercia Marina. You can't write this. You can't write this. I mean, I'm all for, you know, live and let live. But, you know, the average age on here's got to be, well, it's got to be late 60s, you know. And I just turned the corner and there they were. Two of them. Swingers. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what do I do? Do I record them? Do I report it to the office? Although I think maybe the office may already know, you know. I don't know. You hear about these things, don't you? You know, and you know it exists. But you don't expect to be out walking your dog and suddenly be confronted by swingers, you know. I think I'll show you the little video that I shot. As I say, it was initially to show Misty out enjoying herself. And if you are offended by the content, then I am sorry, but I do think you need to see this, because you might be considering to come and moor here, and or become a residential mooring here, you know, and you need to be aware that we have such things here at Mercia. So I'm going to show you, I'm reluctantly going to show you this video, because, well, I'm aghast of what to do, and I look forward to, you know, your comments. Leave them below and suggest what I do. I really don't know what to do about it. I'll show you the video. Good morning, it's Monday the 26th of July, and today my plan is to get the starboard side gunnel front to back painted with the Epiphan paint that I did on the port side. I'm not going to video it because you've already seen me do it on the port side, but I will do an an after video. I've got one before that shows how it looks in the green, and when I'm hoping to get both coats on today and then pull the boat back across to the port side, I'll be able just to do a walk down video just to show how nice and neat it looks when it's got its paint on. So I don't know what your plans are for today, but I've got some paint to put on and some sanding to do. So I'll catch up with you later. Take care. Now, one of the things I think I am going to do, I'm going to paint all this area here across that line down, so all this area here up to the rope hitch will all be epiphaned the same as the gunnel sides. I've already wire brushed it off, as you can see, any loose paint, but at the moment it's raining, so that's not going to happen. As soon as this rain goes out, it's only a bit of a shower, I'll mask it off and get the epiphan on, because it dries very quickly, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Cider of the week. Good evening. It's what is it? It's the 28th of July, Wednesday evening. What a day it's been today. I've been to work. I got called in because we had an urgent Rhodesian Ridgeback dog to deal with, which I sorted, and I had to return his ashes to his owner this evening, so I got home late. So it's been a bit of a chaotic day, and the weather has just been crazy. One moment it's absolutely thundering it down, and the next minute the sun's shining. And on the way back from work up the A38, on the left of me we got an apocalypse black cloud, and on the right of me we got absolutely blazing sunshine. It was just crazy weather. In fact, I drove towards a bridge and the sun was scorching through the windscreen. I came out the other side of the bridge and you couldn't see where you were going for rain. It was that instant. So tonight I am ready for Cider of the Week. But just before I do, could I just ask, I've never asked before, so I'm going to ask now. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog, and I hope you enjoy the mix of what I do. None of this is rehearsed, none of it is double took, so what you see is how it goes. And I've no idea what I'm going to do from one week to the next until I actually do it. And I did get asked, why a YouTube channel? Why have a YouTube channel? And like most people who are watching this, I watched countless boating channels before I bought Freedom. Some I've stopped watching because, in my opinion, and it is only my opinion, becoming very commercialised. And some I've stuck with from day one because they are a bit like what I do, I suppose. It's very basic, but it's real. And I like channels where they tell you how much something costs and how it's actually done and how you do it. It doesn't mean it's a teaching vlog or anything like that. But one of the main reasons we have Misty Me as a channel is I've come out of a 27-year relationship marriage. And at 65, I'm now living on board Freedom on my own with Misty. I haven't got an issue with that, but I find doing these vlogs every week is my way of keeping my, I suppose it's what you call keeping your mental health healthy. It's like going to the gym, which obviously I don't do, as you can tell, but mentally the vlogs do exactly that. And I'm not sure if you're aware, if you do run a YouTube channel, then you obviously will be, but an average vlog for me involves videoing between 30 and 45 separate videos, which I then have to knit together and edit into what you've been watching today. And what I would like to ask is, most people watch and then just flick on to the next one. Could I just ask if you could just subscribe and give me a thumbs up? It does my mental health. It's like going to the gym twice. I don't make any money out of what I do. It is not about making money. I just get a buzz seeing the subscription figures going up. It doesn't cost you anything. You're not going to get bombarded. All you will get is each and every time we release a vlog, you'll get a notification. That's it. And all I ask you to do is, once you've watched it, once you've subscribed, and if you watch a vlog and you like it, just give me a thumbs up. And do feel free to comment. I love it when people comment. It just shows that we're actually reaching out and we're engaging. And again, for my mental health, it's great. I don't know what it's like for yours watching the vlogs, but for mine it's great. So, all that out of the way, it is time for Cider of the Week. And I'm going to be talking flipping rhubarb. Because this week we're having Sadler's Peaky Blinder Rhubarb Cider. So I'm going to hold that up there, look, so you can see what it says. It's just difficult making sure I've got it on the camera. This is 4% and it's 500ml. I got this in Sutton in Ashfield B&M Bargains. I rushed in, grabbed a bottle of something I'd never heard of before. I believe it was £1.40. I may have to check on that, but I'm sure it was about £1.40. Never had any cider that's got rhubarb in it before. So, on the back, I like this because it says, this full-bodied premium Herefordshire style cider with deep caramel flavours with a blend of traditional cider apples blended with real rhubarb syrup and a hint of strawberry. So that sounds pretty damn interesting. And so far, I haven't had a cider that scored in my book less than 8. So, as I say every week, let's crack it open, see what it tastes like. Now, I've bought this with my own money. I haven't been sent it, but feel free to do if you want it. And I'm not promoting Sadler's because I've never even heard of them before. I'm going to use my lovely engraved tankard, and I'd just like to say happy anniversary to Callum and Louise. 5 years today. I'd have thought she'd have learnt by now and got him out and got a younger model, but you know how it is when you're in love. Let's see how it tastes. Happy anniversary, you guys. I think I'll only pour a bit in because I might not like it. So, it looks a bit cloudy. Oh, and it smells a bit weird. It smells quite sharp. Ooh. Ooh. How do you describe this? Well, it's quite fizzy. And it's got a nice taste, funny enough, once you've had the first mouthful of it. They say it's good with roast pork, and they also recommend it with a cheesy risotto, although I've never had cheesy risotto, it doesn't appeal to me, and feathered game. And that, for those of you who don't know, is things like, feathered game is things like pheasant, partridge, duck, etc. And if you're a vegetarian, I'm sorry to have told you, you can have the cheesy risotto. It grows on you. It grows on you. The first one, maybe should have, but it actually, it's a bit like a traditional cider, but with flavouring in it. And that sounds a bit stupid because I've been testing different flavoured ciders and I've never had to say that before because they taste of the flavouring, not of the cider. And this is a bit of a different kind of taste. This is more cider with a bit of a flavouring in it. So you can taste the apples with this one, proper appley cider. Yes, it definitely grows on you. The more you drink, I suppose when you've had about a case full, you'll be loving it. No, honestly, it's one of those that made me shudder when I first took the first mouthful. It's got a very unusual smell to it, but I think that's because it's a, like I said, it's a more traditional cider. So, would I buy it again? Definitely. Would I rate it above 8? No, not for me. Not for me. It's okay. It's okay, and I would buy the odd bottle every now and again, but I don't think I'd stockpile it. But this is just my opinion. But go and give it a try, because I like things that are different, and it's not that bad because it's still in the 8 bracket. It hasn't gone under 8. And when I first tasted it, I thought this is a 6, but it is actually quite nice. So, just in case you didn't get it, it's Sadler's Peaky Blinder Rhubarb Cider, about £1.40, and most shops will sell this, I'm sure they will. But can I suggest you just buy a bottle, see if you like it. If you do, stock a few in your fridge. So until next week, thank you for watching the vlog. I hope you did find the whole thing interesting and it may have made you just smile a bit. And please do subscribe. It does help me, and it encourages me to do another one. So until next week, all that remains for me to say is cheers.